Good morning, everybody. My name is Tina with the Daily Sprout, and it's been about a week since I've been home. We were away out of town for a wedding. Congratulations, McLean and Mommy. And I came back to an exploded garden. So everything is growing really well. I shouldn't say everything. Most things are growing really well. I'll take you through on a quick tour around so you can kind of see where things are at. We can go over some problem areas as well. So basically, the problems I'm having right now are, I think I might have planted the corn a bit too early, so those seeds probably rotted, so I just replanted a bunch. We'll see how that goes. But I was so excited. I had these big plans. I organized the garden around these trellises being here, and I planted out seedlings too early. They died for the cucumbers. Then I planted seeds 3 separate times, and obviously it's still too early because none of them have sprouted up. The few that did, the quails ate. So I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to plant a bunch of cucumber seeds in the house, in the greenhouse, and once they're big enough that the quails can't eat them, that's when I'll plant them out. But probably not here anymore because the space is getting too full and all these potatoes grew here from, I didn't plant them. There was a potato in here someplace. So I planted one of my loofahs here. I'll probably plant the other 2 as well. And I think I'll probably take this down since it's not holding up anything. And I'll start a new bed. So now we just need some more garden soil. So I think we're going to pick some up tomorrow. We'll build this new bed, and then that will be the bed for the cucumbers. Hopefully we get enough that we can actually pickle some. That was my whole goal in the first place, was to grow so many cucumbers that I have to pickle them. But now that none of them have grown, I'm going to have no pickles. So that's the lowdown on that. I like to consider my garden a form of chaos gardening, meaning I don't have just perfect rows of food or vegetables planted. I have odd shaped gardens and no patterns and plants everywhere. But there is some logic to why I've done it this way and the reasons why I've planted certain plants with other plants. Companion planting is the key. I've put wheat with squash. I've put peas in almost virtually every single garden bed in this whole place. And there are specific reasons why I've done all of this. The peas, for example, that along with beans are both nitrogen fixers. So I like to throw those everywhere as much as possible. Some vegetables and some herbs and some flowers go well together because they either deter pests from one another or add nutrients to the soil that the other one needs, or they simply just can hang out together without impacting each other because their watering needs are the same, things like that. I've also tried to take into account the length of time it takes for each plant to grow and at what point is harvesting happening so that I can succession plant. Meaning if something is done earlier than other plants, like the peas, for example, they're already blooming. We have pea pods already developing. So I don't know, I'd say probably within the next month or so, those will all start turning yellow and dying back. And then I can tear them out and plant something else. Strawberries and rhubarb. That's funny, a lot of the things that companion plant well together are things that companion well flavor-wise. So tomato and basil, those two things are good to grow together, and supposedly they enhance each other's flavor. So this guy has gotten to be so lush and so full. Like, look at this. This is a potato. Once again, a potato I didn't plant. It was one I missed harvesting last year. I already pruned down all of this lemon balm, and then this is all raspberries. And look at how tall this pea is. So this bed is in its second year lasagna bed slash hugelkultur, however, whatever you want to call it. The lasagna layering, like I just showed you over there, that's what I did here last year, and look at how happy everything is this year. And I gotta say, all of this stuff came up all on its own. So this potato, obviously, like I just said, I missed harvesting one, so that was in the ground already. And this lemon balm came up on its own. This parsley came back. Look at how big this is. Look at how big this leaf is. I did plant this. That didn't come up on its own. And the peas I planted too, but pretty cool. Raspberries. This is the bed that has really exploded. Tall they're getting. It's almost as tall as that potato. Another helpful plant is comfrey. Now, don't plant this everywhere because it'll spread and take over. Use it as a live mulch. So you can just chop the leaves, drop them on the ground, they'll break down and add lots of good nutrients to the soil. And you can also use it to make fertilizer. Basically, chop the leaves and let it soak in water for a few weeks. Make like a tea, and then just dilute it with water and use it as a fertilizer. Well, that is our quick beginning of June garden tour. Things are really starting to take off here, and I'm excited to see how much more full it can get. We harvested our very first food yesterday. One tiny little turnip, which I did not take a picture of. And oh, what else was it? Oh, and garlic scapes. The garlic scapes have started. So that means our early garlic is going to be ready probably in about a month. So I harvested some of those yesterday. They're so good. I made a pasta sauce out of them. But this is what happens. This is basically the garlic flowering. All these little guys start making their way, and then they'll go really long and they'll start to curl around like this guy. But what I do is I just cut these off so that the plant is not putting energy into these flowers and putting energy into the bulbs. And then you can just eat these. They're like kind of like a mild garlicky flavor. If you are getting into gardening because you want to be in control of something, that's not the reason why you should be gardening. If anything, it has helped me to relax and know that nothing is in control. That's my favorite new quote. Relax, nothing is under control. Well, thank you for joining me today, guys. Until next time.